First off, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there who are pushing this word in all sincerity and in all truth. This is going to be a very quick update, on cashless payments. Right, there are two articles I'm going to bring out. One from one talking about local events and one talking about international events. All right, so the one talking about local events here in Jamaica. This was posted in the Jamaica Gleaner on June 6th, 2018, so roughly a month ago. And the title is Sumfest Goes Cashless, 20% off tickets for MasterCard users while supplies last. All right, so Sumfest is one of the biggest stage shows here in Jamaica. It's called the greatest reggae show on earth, right? And it occurs every July, right, around about the end of July every summer, right? And it attracts patrons from all over the globe, not just Jamaica, and it attracts also not just Jamaican artists, but artists from all over the world, right? And this year, right, the promoters and the organizers of Sumfest, right, have made certain arrangements with MasterCard, right, to allow Sumfest to be cashless, right? And they're offering 20% off tickets for those patrons who pay using their MasterCard, who go cashless, right? So let's read a bit about it. It says, for the first time in the festival's 26-year history, Reggae Sumfest will be going cashless. The announcement was made yesterday morning at Down Sound Entertainment's headquarters in Belmont Road, New Kingston. Sumfest has partnered with global payments giant MasterCard, so come July 15 to 22, patrons will be able to make payments at all different facilities set up in St. Catherine Hall, Montego Bay. The Sumfest explained that the global technological environment experiencing continued expansion, it is only fitting that a world-renowned festival get with the times, right? What is with the times? Right, the times are talking about the world going into a cashless society, right? The world going into digital and electronic forms of payment, right? And this is all leading up to, as we've been pushing for the last decade or more, this is all leading up to the RFID microchip being the sole form of payment, being the sole form of identification, being the sole form of your health records and biometric verification of self, right, in the future, right? And you have certain societies, for example, Sweden, right, that's pushing the RFID microchip, right, on a major level, right, whose citizens are taking the RFID microchip in mass, You have certain companies, for example, the company in America last summer, I think it's in Wisconsin, where over 100 employees were given the RFID microchip as a way of identifying themselves as members of the company, right? So you have different areas of society that are going cashless in order to promote, that digital framework in which they want the economy to become digitalized, right? So not just your identity is becoming digitalized, but also your economics is becoming digitalized, so that when you are transferring or when you're moving to that digital framework, when you're moving to that RFID chip technology, right, the transition is smooth because you've already digitalized people's economic patterns. You've already digitalized their identification. You've digitalized their health records, so that transition to the RFID chip becomes easier, right? And in order to get people to use cashless systems, right, certain promotions, right, and certain benefits are put off to the people. For example, this one right here that we're going into, right, the cashless payments for Sumfest. If you use a cashless method, you get 20% off, right? So I said the Sumfest team explained that with the global technological environment experiencing continued expansion, is it only fitting that a world-renowned festival get with the times. My mission is to continue to push the envelope in terms of technology, as we've done with our live streaming and now with partners through MasterCard to enter cashless environment. That is where the world is, and that is where the rest of the world is catching up to. All right, for me, in order for us to continue the growth of Reggae Sumfest and compete with the best festivals in the world, we need international sponsors, and it's great that MasterCard has jumped on board, right? So the next step is what? Is offering patrons a microchip right, in order to gain access to the festival and to certain benefits that the festival has to offer. For example, food and drinks and alcoholic beverages, yo. Right, that's the next step that it's going to take, yo. So people are slowly being sensitized and being led into being comfortable with interacting with a cashless system, with interacting with a digital system, right? And then with the implementation of the NIDS, which is the National Identification System, that's supposed to roll out next year, people will become comfortable with having a digital identity, right? Which is a part of the UN Development Program agenda, right? For Agenda 2030, which is having everybody in the world, right, having a digital identity, right? Moving into that framework that will set up the RFID microchip, yo, right? Because this thing is clear to those who are seeing it. We've been bringing it out for years now. It's clear to those who are seeing it, yo, right? So this video is only for those who are elected to see this trap that's being set up around our people, yo, right? This movement is what they call insidious. It's a gradual surrounding of our people, yo, right? So I'll post the article in the description for brothers who want to read the entire thing. Right, we're doing bring out another one now. This is from the 5th of July, so more recent, right? And it's from International Policy Digest, and it says, "Is the future cashless?" That's the topic. While Americans may be relatively accustomed to using Apple Pay or digital Starbucks gift cards along with traditional cash and credit cards, cash is almost an artifact of the past in China. On the streets of Chinese cities, you will see people making purchases by scanning their phones, regardless of whether they are buying dumplings from a street vendor or purchasing electronics in a department store. With digital payments like Alipay and WeChat Pay, the cashless future seems already to have become the present in China. Beyond the convenience of not having to carry around a physical wallet or having to wait around for change, going cashless reduces the risk of theft. Businesses can also reduce manual accounting costs with less bills and coins to count. The salad chain Sweetgreen has already implemented a no cash policy in their stores. Consumers and businesses are starting to favor digital payment over bills and coins, and governments around the world seem to be extremely eager to transition to a cashless society. Starting July 2019, the Australian government has gone so far as to prohibit cash transaction over 7,500, right? Though cash already only makes up 10% of all transactions in Australia. In India, the government banned the use of 500 and 10,000 rupee banknotes in 2016. Scandinavian countries like Sweden and Denmark are also trying to wean citizens off cash. Nordea, one of Norway's largest banks, has refused to accept cash since 2015. Right? So if all the major economics of the world, if all the world countries are following this trend, right, is that not a major cause for concern? Right? Is that not something important? That is not something noteworthy? Right? See? So what does the scripture have to say about this? What does the scripture have to say about this global trend towards a cashless society, right? And towards implementing a digital framework for payments and identification, right? That is the mark of the beast, yo. That is the mark of the beast system being put in place, yo. Right? It says there are some obvious reasons for governments to be in favor of financial digitalization over cash. After all, having records of every transaction makes law breaking more difficult for tax evaders, money launderers, and black marketers. Exactly. So if a society truly becomes cashless, costs for minting coins and printing bills will also be eliminated. In addition, digitized money makes it easier for central banks to implement monetary policies, which may or may not be a good thing depending on who you ask. So it's better regulating, right? It's better monitoring, right, of the transactions that a person undertakes, yo, right? So hiding from the government, not paying taxes, right, doing things on the black market will be a thing of the past, right? So you people are taking on to this cashless society, right, thinking it's a good thing when it's surrounding you in a trap, yo, right? I believe there was another article. Yeah, there is. This is from the Straits Times, and it was posted July 3rd. And the topic is discount for cashless payments at more than 1,000 hawker stalls as part of e-payment drives. And this is in Singapore. It says customers can enjoy a discount for their cashless payments at more than 1,000 hawker stalls every Wednesday in a promotion by payment services going groups Nets. The promotion is part of Singapore's nationwide e-payment drive. From Wednesday, July 4th to August 29th, those who spend at least $2 at the participating hawker stores on Wednesday by pay by scanning a QR code on a bank mobile app will receive 50 cents off their bill. Right? The hawker stores are located in 36 coffee shops, 30 hawker centers, and 30 canteens, including Zion Road Food Center, Maxwell Food Center, and Geylang Serai Market. Right? So again, I'll post the article in the description box so brothers can continue to read it. And see, you have a picture here of a woman, making a payment using her cell phone, Right? This is the future of payments. All right, and it's going to be an easy transition from using your cell phone, right, to using an RFID microchip, because the next logic, the next rhetoric is going to be you can lose your phone or your phone can be stolen, right? Therefore, why not use an implantable device that's always with you? That's the new thing, That's going to be the new thing, and that rhetoric is already being pushed in certain countries like Sweden, right, where a lot of the population is taking that RFID microchip. Right, so let's bring out a few scriptures and wrap it up. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, which you always bring out. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right now, very soon, right, in certain countries, you will not be able to make monetary transactions without doing it in a cashless framework. Right? And very soon after that, you won't be able to make monetary transactions without that RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, Right? This is Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the days at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Let us put on the armor of light. Right? So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect.